Hey, Shalom Markings Rakam Kaposh from Jim London, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Chachwadash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the hopeful elects, pushing his truth and all sincerity. Back again with another video. I'm going to entitle this one Reparations. No, we're going to take it all, right? We're not out here to, accept any form of, reparations. I know you, Jake, feel like that's what you deserve, right? Because of all the evil the so-called white man has done. And yeah, he done a lot of evil to us, man. But reparations, in how you perceive it, or, how you think about it, man, is not enough to cover what Esau has actually done to us, man. Right? That is a peace offering, but it doesn't cover everything that he's done. Like, look at our people, man. You think, some money, some land, it's gonna make everything all right. Nah, man, it's gonna take more than that, man. And like I said, the Most High ain't gonna let you off, because that's just like a slap on the wrist. That's what that is, man. Oh yeah, they can just pay their way. Give these niggas some land and give them some money. Give them some money, right? And apparently that he's gonna heal you Jake's wounds, man. And it ain't, but the Lord ain't gonna let them off like that. The Lord ain't gonna let them off with a slap on the wrist. Right, a fine. That's all it is, a fine. The Lord ain't gonna let him go out like that, man. He ain't gonna let him get away. Right, you're gonna pay for everything he done in blood, right, and in all his substance. His whole kingdom's gonna get taken away from him, right? And it's happened to every kingdom on the earth, because every kingdom on this earth has been wicked, up until this point in the realms of these heathens, right? It's been wicked. Right, and this is why this is, getting the scripture here from Sirach chapter 7 verse 8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries and riches got by deceit. Okay, we know how Esau came up. Okay, he used his blessing to the max. The sword, the violence, right, the subtlety. Right, that's how he's getting control over the earth, man, and why he's got great substance and great power in the earth right now, right? But it was all done in wickedness. Right? And these other nations that Esau's gone around and bullied and destroyed can attest to that. There are many witnesses on the earth, man. Many different nations, witnesses of Esau's wickedness and brutality. Right? His thievery. Right? And it's all kind of got reared up, because of the death of the queen and all that kind of stuff. And where did she get the diamonds? Where was all the gold coming from? And all this business. Right? All these nations know and remember. And you got a bunch of people out there that like to be ignorant and forget, but deep down they know, right? Some people don't want to rock the boat. Some people just want to get along, right? And some of you Jake are like that too, man. You just want to get along with Esau. If he just acknowledges he's wrong and gives us our fair shakes and makes us equal, bro. Do you understand what you're asking for? The only reason why you're asking for equality is because you don't understand who you really are. We're not meant to be equal. We're that oppressed that Jake can only aim for being equal, when Jake is meant to be ruling. Okay, Jake are meant to be the ones in charge of the world. That is our God-given right. But you're lowballing yourself for equality, man. And that equality will always mean that really you're underneath Esau. It will always mean that. All right. But anyway, it says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And the same is going to happen to this kingdom, man. And this will be the last time it's going to be translated. Right? We're going to receive a ruler who is worthy, who is righteous. Let's see if I'll find it for what's right. For some reason, my mind is going blank and I can't remember the words in the verse there. Who shall profit? Because we're going to get our Lord Yahweh Shai, man. Scripture's escaping me, man. If you come back to me, I'll grab it, man. But yeah, we're gonna get Yahweh Shai, right? Who's a righteous king, right? And from his rulership is gonna be the everlasting kingdom, right? So there ain't gonna be no need to translate the kingdom again. But because these kingdoms that have been ruling, have been wicked, right? They've always ultimately ended up being destroyed, okay? And this kingdom is no different. We know Esau's history, his track record, right? This place is destined. It's on the cards to be destroyed, okay? And then I know you people out there in the world don't want to believe that, but this is the case, right? So yeah, it's gonna be translated, right? And it's gonna be given to somebody else, right? And our Lord is gonna you know, take the kingdom, right? And with that, the Israelites are gonna take the kingdom and take everything in it. Okay, we're not we're not just accepting your handout or your peace offering or whatever, man. Because that's what EJ would like, isn't it? But they ain't gonna cut it. This is from Micah chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power of their hands. And they covet fields and take them by violence." Okay, this is how Esau came up, right? "And houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage." All right, and so this is what Esau's done, right? And this is why it's going to go out. Okay, his kingdom's going to be taken down. All right, so that's what he did to us, right? This is from Micah chapter 6, verse 10. Says, "Are they yet the treasures of wickedness in the house of the wicked?" And again, this was getting brought out recently because of the death of the queen, right? Talking about all the jewels and gold and all that business, all the land that she owns in these different nations, man. How did they get that all? Okay, they didn't get it from no mine in Britain, right? They took that from other countries, right, that they colonized, right? And it's the same with our people, When our people were destroyed, they took everything that we had. Because all our goodly possessions for Jerusalem are gone. And all these heathens, mostly these, Edomites, have got our possessions, man. Right? And they still got them. So, but they belong to us. Right? They ain't going to give all that back. They ain't giving any of it back. Right? So are they yet the treasures of wickedness in the house of the wicked, and the scant measure that is abominable? Shall I count them pure with the wicked balances and with the bag of deceitful weights? For the rich men thereof are full of violence, okay? And it couldn't be no more true than with Esau, right? And the inhabitants thereof have spoken lies, and their tongue is deceitful in their mouth. So therefore also I will make thee sick in smiting thee, in making thee desolate because of thy sins. So thou shalt eat but not be satisfied, and thy casting down shall be in the midst of thee, and thou shalt take hold but shall not deliver, and that which thou deliverest will I give up to the sword. Thou shalt sow, but thou shalt not reap. Thou shalt tread the olives, but thou shalt not anoint thee with oil, and sweet wine, but thou shalt not drink wine. All right. So this is also happened to our people too, right? But this is how the Lord deals with people, right, that are wicked when they're being wicked, right? So when when it's time for Esau and these nations to receive it, man, that's just how the Lord's going to deal with them, right? This is Joel 21 verse 4 says, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short. Right, so yeah, they got it good right now. They had their victories and got their spoils. Right, they think they're sitting in a good place right now. Looking forward to the future. Right, they believe the houses shall continue on forever. Right, so they're looking to the future and what they're going to achieve. He's still gonna get everyone implanted, and he's gonna have total control, and ain't nobody gonna have to rise up and say nothing against him anymore. And he's gonna take everything. You will own nothing, right? And be happy. He's gonna take everything. Yeah, he planning, man. He think he good, right? But it says that the triumph of the wicked is short, right? Time is not on Esau's side. Okay, time is running out for Esau, right? And the joy of the hypocrite, but for a moment. This is his moment. This is his moment, man. So he's gonna enjoy it and delude himself that it's gonna last forever. But it's only a moment. Right? So though his ecstasy mount up to the heavens and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? right? Eventually Esau's going to be removed from the earth. He ain't going to exist as a people anymore. All right, it says he shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. All right, so there's been talks about Esau doing reparations and mending the hurt that he's done and in the past and all this kind of business, man. But it never goes no fucking where anyway. These men don't really want to give you a bunch of money that's gonna make their debt even greater, because it would be a lot of money right now, right? And there's a lot of Jake, so it's something that they would never ever do anyway, right? You got some people talking about it, some congressman or woman somewhere talking about it. Who cares, man? It ain't gonna happen, all right? But these Esau's, some of these Edomites, they're suck ups, man. Trying to sympathize and empathize and whatever with Jake, trying to make it seem like they're on their side. Oh yeah, we support black people, Black Lives Matter, all that shit, right? Oh yeah, no, I'll do anything to help a so-called black person, or a black person in that case, But what you think that's gonna make up for the shit that you and your people have done? You are fucking ludicrous, man. You think that's enough to stave off the judgment of the Lord? You are insane. All right, it says, so his children shall seek to please the poor, our people, right? And his hands shall restore their goods, right? So they give us the handouts and the benefits and whatever. Where his bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust, right? His bones are just full of sin. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth. And was there more? Yeah. It says, yet his meat in his bowels is turned, it is the gold of asp within him. He have swallowed down riches, right? You eating all these riches of us, all these other nations, right? And he shall vomit them up again. So you will return them. You will give back what you took. Okay, but you're gonna be made to do it. Right? You're not gonna do it because you wanted to do it. Right? It ain't gonna be based on what you're willing to give, because that would be like, oh, we're prepared to give this, but you're not prepared to give everything, right? And this is why it's not up to you. It ain't up to Esau what he's prepared to give back. It ain't about what he wants, man. The Most High is gonna make him give it all up, all of it. Right? We're gonna take all of it back, right? He has swallowed down the riches, and he shall vomit them up again. God shall cast him out of his belly. The Most High gonna cast him out of your belly, man. Right? He shall suck the poison of asps. The viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of the honey and butter. That which he labored for shall he restore. Everything you stole, everything you took, everything you worked so hard for, right? You're gonna restore. You're gonna give it back, and shall not swallow it down. Okay, it's not yours. It ain't gonna be yours. It ain't never gonna be yours again. According to his substance shall this restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein, right? Because everything that you've taken is a testimony against your own wickedness, man. What you've done on the earth, man. Right? So the judgment, like you can't say you didn't. You can't say you don't deserve the judgment. Everything you got, all the treasure in the house of the wicked, still, man. You still holding on to the evidence. you know. So because you have oppressed and forsaken the poor, because you have violently taken away an house which he builded not. Okay, all these lands and all these lands that he's taken and built upon, or the land he controls and owns, and has the people working there or living there in poverty. Our brothers out there in South Americas and that, man. You got the conquistador families and all that kind of. They're living up there rich, man, and owning the land. But our people are living in poverty, working on the land. It's not yours though. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. And I mentioned the Gadites as well. Everywhere they go, man, and everything they've done to our people is exactly the same. Right? Anyway, so surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save that which he desired. Right? You're not going to keep none of that, right? There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Right? Just when you kind of, you're maxed out, man. You reached your limits, your peaks, right? The Most High are gonna just, get rid of you, man, and you're gonna give all that back. Right? Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Okay, the laborers. Okay, because we're nothing but labor force, man. On the earth, right? For your kingdom. So when he's about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and it shall rain upon him while he's eating. Right? When you getting your fill, man. Your belly's full, you're having a laugh, you're jovial, right? Because you think that you're on the precipice of becoming gods, right? Getting your NWO up and running. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow still shall strike him through, right? Ultimately, the Most High is going to destroy you, man, in that moment. It is drawn and cometh out of the body, yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall, terrors are upon him. Okay, them thermonuclear weapons, man. So all the darkness shall be hidden in the secret places, the fire not blown shall consume him, it shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him, right? And the increase of his house shall depart. And we know how rich these elites are, man. Or we don't know, because we know some of them, right? But we know that the super elite, like the Rothschilds, man, they got trillions of unknown amounts of what's what I'm looking for, like properties and all this kind of stuff. Can't really be calculated, right? That's why it's always estimates, man. You man in the trillions of assets, So the increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of a wicked man from God, and the heritage appointed to him by God. All right. I ain't got much time left. Daniel chapter 17, 7 verse 18 says, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Right? So it's the wealth that you've accumulated is going to be translated to us, because we're going to rule. We're going to take, okay, that which you've collected. Right? Because rightfully the possessions that belong to us. Right? The Lord said he made the world for our sakes, the Israelites' sakes, right? So all this stuff really belongs to us anyway, right? So it's going to return to us. Let's see. In Revelation 13 verse 10 says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, man. This is what we're patiently waiting for. The downfall of Esau, which we're watching day by day. Okay, ever getting closer to the end of his kingdom, man. It's James 5 verse 1 says, go to now, ye rich men, and weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped and entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth, okay, the Lord of the armies. Right? Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth, and have been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in a day of slaughter. Ye have condemned and killed the just, and doth not resist you. Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth, and have long patience for it, until he receive the early and latter rain. All right, so these wicked now, they've done all this, but again, the Lord is hearing our cries, man, and is preparing you for your destruction. Right? So we're just patiently waiting for your downfall, man. Job 27 verse 13 says, this is the portion of a wicked man with the Most High, and the heritage of oppressors, which they shall receive of the Almighty. Okay, we kind of read that back in what did I just read? 25. Kind of left off on that. Micah 6 probably, I think it was, right? It says, if his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. Those that remain of him shall be buried in death, and his widow shall not weep. Though he heap up silver as the dust, and prepare raiment as the clay, he may prepare it, but the just shall put it on, right? Like I said, you've heaped up all these treasures, man, but you ain't going to keep them. You're going to have to give them up. Okay, so you're not doing it. You're not going to be doing it willingly. Okay, it's going to be taken from you, just like we're going to take the kingdom and everything else. Okay, by force. He buildeth his house as a moth, and as a booth that the keeper maketh. The rich man shall lie down, but shall not be gathered. He openeth his eyes, and he is not. Terrors take hold on him as waters, and tempest stealeth him away in the night. It says, the east wind carrieth him away, and departeth as a storm hurleth him out of his place. For God shall cast upon him, and not spare. He would fain flee out of his hand. Men shall clap their hands at him, and shall hiss him out of his place. All right, so yeah, we're not just gonna, we're not just accepting a little gesture. We're not accepting that. Okay, the Lord ain't gonna accept that, right? Okay, we're gonna take it all. When the Lord comes, we're gonna take everything. We're gonna take everything back. I'm gonna end it with this. Isaiah 14 and 1 says, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and so set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, right? So that's the Israelite foreigners, right? And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, right? So we're going to possess people, right? We're going to take people as well, right? For service, for slaves. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, right? We're going to put you in captivity, okay? Because we've been in captivity. Now we're going to change that around. So whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. All right. So that's how everything's gonna be. Okay, that's the cost. This is the amount you gotta pay, man. You're gonna be destroyed. You're gonna be put in captivity. We're gonna take all our riches back. Okay, we're gonna receive what was meant for us. All right. And the Lord gonna punish these nations that came up against us. All right, so yeah, so like I said, man, these talks of reparations, they would never cut it, man. Okay, and we're gonna take all of it. Okay, we ain't gonna take what you might offer or could offer. Okay, it was that James Bond movie, The World Is Not Enough. You ain't got enough, man, to pay the bill, right? The Most High requires your blood, right, and your enslavement. And ultimately Esau's destruction. That's what's required, right? And you ain't gonna offer us all of that, right? So with that, I'm gonna say shalom. We're gonna see the edifying video, and I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next one. Till then, I say shalom.